Okay. Again, it's not being recorded and transcribed. So I'll start off with introducing myself.
Somebody from last year. I look like a kid. That's why I like that.
Just,
We're good.
This is funny.
okay.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I think one.
Community school type. This is my second year at the school. That's,
Okay.
so I'm not sure. But I also for Baltimore City. Grew up, um, kind of grew up with my family, my dad, my sister. So excited to. Which place you need to tell?
Is my back? Can y'all hear my background? Is it too loud?
Yeah, it's not too loud when
Yes.
you're speaking, but if somebody else is speaking, I think it drowns them out. So
Go into the pre-K room. Come on, slap.
I'll wait for that transition.
Sorry about that, y'all.
But yeah, I'm just excited to get started and either discover the sport with some kids or develop them further. This would be my first year coaching, but again, grew up playing basketball and around others who love the sport. So I'm excited to see what this year brings and ready to foster their skills. So I'll pass it over to Coach Taylor.
Hello. Is my background still too loud? Can y'all hear? Is better?
Yes, okay.
Hello, how y'all doing today? I am Coach Taylor. This is my first year being in Baltimore City Public Schools. I did aftercare. I do aftercare now for Fitness Fun and Games. I've done aftercare for Montebello and Fitness Fun and Games for 2 years now. This is my second year. This is my first year working in Hampton through Baltimore City. This is my first year coaching as well. I played the sport. I played basketball. I played AAU. I didn't play in high school, unfortunately, due to a knee injury that I had, and my knee just never been right since. I'm excited to get going. I talk with all the students. They're pressuring me on when we're getting started and everything like that. We're getting started soon, slowly but surely. We do have to answer to Baltimore City still, and everything, all our documents and everything will have to be in by January 12th. So January 12th, after we get that going, we'll have more updates on the schedule that we'll have and everything like that.
30 days from now.
Okay.
January 12th, 30 days.
So we are about to go over the student contract. Does anybody have any questions or anything to add before we continue?
Um,
What's needed for the students starting out? What they need? The tennis, our uniform,
first they gotta
uniforms.
go over, make sure they get it.
Yep, so I'll get into that, but they are going to need athletic gear, a t-shirt and shorts that they're comfortable running in, exercising in, and then the tennis is solely up to you. I just will emphasize ankle support. We don't need any Chuck Taylors or any Tims while we're practicing. And of course, if you need any more assistance on that, Coach Taylor and I do not mind helping. But some ankle injuries come from students not being properly suited up for what they're about to engage in. So I definitely want to make sure that they're good to go. You know, super tight clothing and shoes that will support their ankle, but are also comfortable for them. So you don't have to get them the newest LeBrons or Currys. But I used to wear and one. I don't know if anybody knows and one, but
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah,
you gotta
just
make sure your ankles are
something with ankle support to avoid ACL injuries, ankle injuries. I mean, it's gonna happen. They're gonna roll their ankle, but the better the shoe, the tighter they are. I think just no Crocs or slides. I know that's a famous thing that the kids love to wear. We'll have practice days set up. So on the days that they do have practice and they so happen to wear slides, they can bring an extra pair of shoes to school. It'll work out for them better that way. And yeah.
Okay, so if you don't have any questions at the moment, I'm about to share my screen. So I'm learning Microsoft Teams. This is, some of you are. Let's see, let me pull up the contract. Okay.
Well, we're excited as
He's
well.
excited. Yeah, Corey's excited. So
Corey's
it's
very
exciting for
excited.
us. Yeah, absolutely.
So if anything that we
Yes,
can do to
Corey
support
is
you
excited.
guys,
He's right next to me.
really, if there's
He's
anything that we
engaging
can
in
do to help,
everything now.
just if is there anything we can do to help assist to get this program going, we will.
So,
Any
like I
arts and
said,
crafts are lacking?
unfortunately, everything is still on Baltimore City. We still got to answer to them. It's not really Hampden scheduling the games and all of that. They schedule all that and send it out to us and let us know. Also another thing, so only players and coaches are allowed on the bus. That unfortunately. Now y'all of course are allowed to come to the game and come on the sidelines to meet us, but only players and coaches are allowed on the bus.
All right. So
Just to read.
they'll be playing other middle schools. Is that correct? They'll,
Sorry, what was that?
they'll be playing other middle schools. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Other middle schools.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any idea how many games are in the season and how many practice games, how many actual games, or not yet?
I know it's a 5-week season, and some days we will be playing 2 games in one day. Other than that, that's all the information that I have right now. What we
Okay. And
have.
got it. So do you know when the season officially starts or not yet?
Mm,
Should be
Go
like
ahead,
the
Miss.
third week of January. Again,
Yeah, I believe it's January.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the third week of January because we have to
Okay.
have
Okay.
Still have to wait and get permission.
our
So
rosters in by the 12th, as Coach Taylor was saying. So um, we as coaches have certifications and things to do just to ensure that the children are safe and that we're following an understanding of protocol and procedure, you know, in the event of emergency, bullying, harassment, all those good
Yeah.
things. So once we have our certifications in and we have our interest meeting as we are now,
are
we
they
have to
are,
reach
are
out.
they are they are the students that are participating, are they required to do additional physical?
I think
So
your physical file, so long as it's within the year, is still good. Again, we've been in contact with Baltimore City and we are waiting to hear back. But the things that we do have in black and white now are the student contract, which we need to go over with everybody that's interested to make sure that you and your student are willing to comply with the contract. Because again, if you're not willing to comply with the contract, there's no need in pushing further. So we're about to get into that and then we'll take more questions because I know we're cutting into some people's evening, but I'm about to share my screen and then I can answer any more questions that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds
All
good.
right. So let me share. And let me know if you can still hear. Can everybody still hear me?
yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to go too in depth because I'm pretty sure we all can read. But I will say this is our student basketball athlete contract. And one thing I want to emphasize is that they're students first, student athletes. So we do have some rules and regulations in order for the students to play. And then if this contract is ever either not complied with initially or breached during the season, then we will have a discussion and come to a decision based on what the breach was. But it lists some of their responsibilities. So, as 1.1 says, this is a privilege to the students, and on and off the court, we expect them to have integrity. They agree to attend all team practices, games, and meetings and events unless excused by the coach or due to extenuating circumstances. So we just ask for notice in advance. I don't want a student missing like 2 weeks of practice and then showing up for the game because that's a conversation to be had. We're going to stress communication. We understand things come up. Students, might have other engagements to participate in. Again, just communication. 1.3 is saying that they agree to maintain academic eligibility as required by the school's policies, attending classes regularly, completing coursework, and achieving satisfactory grades as determined by the school. This is one of the top ones. Again, in student athlete, the word student is first for a reason. And everybody will get a copy of this contract because that's to be signed and returned. So I'm just going to go through it briefly and then we will have these distributed. Coach Taylor, did you want to go over number 2 and 3?
Yeah, I got you. So number two, code of conduct. Athletes must always adhere to school's code of conduct policy. This includes conducting themselves in a respectful and sports-like manner towards coaches, teammates, opponents, referees. I mean, that's self-explanatory themselves. No cursing on the court, cursing out your coaches, being mad over, a decision or a play call. We can have that conversation after the game, of course. Athletes must refrain from engaging in any behavior that bring negative publicity or reflect poorly on a school or basketball program. I feel like that one is a big importance, especially because of the big social media era we're in. A quick Instagram DM about your team being bad or you don't like your teammate can spread like wildfire. That rumor goes around, and that is just going to put a bad look on the team, make it seem like the coaches aren't doing what we're supposed to do. So we just want to make sure everybody is respected. We respect the team. We're all one team, one sound. Commitment to the team. Athlete agrees to be a team player, cooperating and collaborating with teammates, coaches, and staff members, and supporting fellow athletes both on and off the court. Um, all of our kids would be in school together, so they can support each other. Do each ah, do their teammates correct, help them out even during the day. They have plenty of resources class that they can study in, keep their grades up. We'll be trying to have meetings during the end of the school day so that it's not affecting their work and stuff like that. Training and physical fitness. Athletes must engage in regular training and conditioning activities as prescribed by the coaching staff in order to maintain physical fitness and improve skills and abilities. That just means they're able to do the drills and able to follow directions, pay attention to the drills, execute the drills, because that's important as well to help build their skill in basketball, of course, as we are learning all together and we want to have fun. You want to go ahead with 5, Mr. Reynolds? Oh, wait, I missed 4.2. Sorry. It's really bad on my screen.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Oh, you got it.
Let me go back to it. There we go.
So 4.2, athletes must notify the coach of any injuries or health concerns that may impact their ability to practice or compete. Athlete agrees to follow any advice or instructions provided by the coaches or medical professional. Again, back to what Ms. Reynolds had said earlier, communication, a quick text, email, letting us know a situation that's going on. You don't got to give us your whole life story, but just give us a quick shout out. We'll have a conversation about it and work out what we can work out at the moment. We're understandable, we're flexible, and yeah.
Okay, I'm going to proceed with 5, which talks about travel and attendance. Just that athletes understand that occasional travel, as away games, may be required for games or tournaments. They agree to attend all away games unless excused by the coach for valid reasons. 5.2 states athlete must inform the coach in advance if unable to attend a scheduled practice. Again, as Coach Taylor said, you don't have to give us, the whole whoop, 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 just sufficient communication. And I say advanced communication if possible, because I understand sometimes we have to communicate after, but advanced if it can be insufficient, and then we can move on. 6, academic requirements. Athlete acknowledges that maintaining academic success is a priority in the Hampden Elementary Middle School basketball program. Athlete commits to meeting all academic requirements set forth by the school and maintaining satisfactory grades. We also have, and I'm pretty sure they mirror each other, but our requirements meet Baltimore City's requirement, the district requirement for students to play. So we'll get into a study hall in a minute. I had that conversation.
Yeah,
6.2, athlete agrees to provide progress reports or report cards as requested by the coach or school administration to verify academic eligibility. We will be asking for this. We also have it on file. So if we, meet any problems there, we can just, look it up. But we also want to encourage, again, integrity amongst the student and having them turn in their progress report or report card when asked versus us having to go, pull it up. Did you want to do 7, Coach Taylor? You want me to proceed?
yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Parent. This goes back to what I said earlier. Parent and guardian involvement. Parents are not allowed on the bus. Of course, y'all more than welcome to meet us at the games, and cheer your students on, cheer the teammates on, cheer the team on. Really, kids really need that. They like that, and we need it too. It feels good to have some type of praise, or having somebody that's just engaged and involved as you are as well. But parents or legal guardians of the athletes are encouraged to support their child's participation in the basketball program. This includes attending games and events, assisting with logistics, and promoting good sportsmanship. Of course, we don't ever want to make other players feel, bad. We all want to be team player. Basketball is a team sport. You don't win without the team, honestly. And that's what pretty much basically a lot in life. Um, number, we're gonna move on to 8, duration and termination. This agreement shall remain in effect for the duration of the athlete's participation in the Hampden Elementary basketball program, unless terminated earlier in accordance with school policies. 8.2, the school reserves the right to suspend or terminate this agreement and subsequently the athlete participation in a basketball program for any serious breach of terms outlined here or violations of school policies. By signing below, both the athlete and their parent or legal guardian affirm that they have read and understood the terms of this contract and agree to abide by them. And like Ms. Reynolds said earlier, y'all will get a copy of these. We do need these signed and returned, so that we all acknowledge our rules and our policies that we have to follow by, so that there is no confusion. We will be going over this with the students as well. Good news is I do have 3 important dates. I can say them right now, and y'all can type them in your phone. I also will be typing them in the chat. So January 18th, our roster is due. So that means, like Ms. Reynolds said, if the physical is good within the year, that means physicals are due. Grades need to be up, and we need to have a physical roster in, letting them know who's playing. February 12th is our first play date. February 12th is our first play date. March 15th is the last session play date. So that will be around our last game or probably our last game. So I'm going to say the dates one more time. January 18th, our rosters are due. February 12th is our first play date. And March 15th is our last play day. And again, I'll write these in the chat for you guys right now so that everybody has it. Do we have any questions? So we'll be having practices when we come back from spring break. Practices can get
Winter break.
started. Sorry, what you say, Ms. Reynolds?
Winter break. Winter break.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, I'm jumping ahead of my time. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been here all day. Practice will be started the week of winter break. I mean, when we come back from winter break. Sorry. Let me stop talking. Go ahead, Ms. Reynolds.
Excuse me. I see a question in the chat. However, do you have an idea of when practices, day of the week and time, and games, weeks and time? So we have more control over the practices than we do the games, because That's why our rosters are due in January, and our first game is not until February because the district has to sort out the eligibility of the players because we do have documents on our end as coaches to submit. Make sure they're the right age, have the right grades. So we don't know the day of the week and time of games just yet until we get all the teams sorted out and how many teams we have and location and stuff like that. So hopefully we'll be in touch between January 18th and February 12th. Not hopefully, we will be, about the game schedule. But as far as the practices, we are looking at 3 days a week. And then our plan right now is to have the students have a study hall for about an hour. So provide them with the snack. We'll get homework done, classwork done, because we're again stressing that student part. And then at 3:45, we'll have practice for an hour until 4:45. So that is our plan as of now. And of course, if something we need to speak one on one about your particular student or students, that's fine. Coach Taylor and I are available by email, and we can communicate further about that. But yeah, so we're looking at 3 days a week, study hall for the first hour or so, and then practice will begin at 3:45 to 4:45. So we are looking to start practice once we come back, as Coach Taylor said, from winter break. So we will release it either before or during winter break. So that way, when the students come back, we're just, hopping straight into it. Do we have any?
And I just put the dates in the chat if y'all want to take a picture, write them down. There in the chat. But yes, just again back to reiterate, they are students first. The student part comes first. They have to. I know it can be difficult sometimes handling a lot, going to practice, then whatever else y'all got going on. But they do. Are you guys going to I'm not like how they compare. Oh,
Am I playing soccer during this season or to the end of the season?
yeah. That is. She's still playing soccer year
Indoor,
round.
yeah, indoor soccer. Okay.
Mm.
Um, I don't think we mind. Asking for availability from the families to get more of a I guess a scope of what works for everyone. That's just our plan as of now, as we do have other organizations in the building. So we do, share our space. But we definitely, if anybody else has any concerns or engagements that interfere with the times that Coach Taylor and I just talked about, just again shoot us an email, and that'll be that. And then we'll reach back out because honestly, if the majority is okay with the 3:45 to 4:45 with the first hour after school being study hall, then we're just going to move forward with that. But if we see that a good amount of parents and students are having complications with that, then we'll revisit our original plan and try our best to work around the students. We don't have an issue with that. So again, if you do have any time conflicts or restraints, then just reach out to us. I'll put my email in the chat as well, Coach Taylor and I, so that way we can be on the lookout. Any more questions?
I can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have a pen and pencil? Or pen or pencil?
Sure, I'm gonna go through the notes.
Okay. Let me know when
Okay,
you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right. It's C as in Charlie, B as in boy, Reynolds. That's REYNOLDS at BCPS as in Baltimore City Public Schools dot K12 dot MD for Maryland dot US for United States. So CB Reynolds at and then the rest of the alphabet, pretty much.
Got it.
And I just shared my email in the chat. If you can't see the chat, let me know. I could tell you my email as well. It's going to be the same format, the bcps.k12.md.us.
Yeah,
Let me
so
know
that
when
you
you.
can give it to Corey. If Corey with you guys,
Oh,
you can give it
yep.
to Corey. Give
Yeah,
him
take.
documents so he can start some of his responsibility.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
We got another question.
I'm not sure.
No,
Okay.
can't wait till we start.
Excited as well. If there aren't any more questions, then we're
I,
gonna go. Thank you for attending.
I do have one
I have a
question.
question. Oh, wait.
Mhm.
Are
Okay.
the schedules for elementary and middle the same?
No, and we
Okay.
probably will have another meeting for our elementary. So I know we have families in here, so we'll be reaching back out. And it might not necessarily be a Teams meeting unless that's requested, but we'll probably push it out via email.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. We had another question, I think.
What time would the games typically be?
So I know last year they started them. What they say, Coachella around. Let me let somebody. They started around early 2 o'clock. I think they.
Yeah, I want to say early 2 o'clock, like 3 o'clock. Like I said, we will also be playing 2 games in one day, so they need a little break in between. So I want to say the latest is probably 5, but don't quote me on that. Again, we're still waiting on Baltimore City to email us back and kick us with the ball and get it rolling for us as well. So we're waiting on a lot of uh, questions to be answered as well. I know it sucks, anticipation and waiting around, but every by January 12th, we'll have everything in order. How does
So there'll be weekend games.
No, this is
no?
totally
Yeah.
cool. If we have our rosters, game might be later, it might be earlier, but I know they said the early 2 o'clock last, moving it towards 3. That was early for some schools. Also, miss at 2:10, such as Hampden does. So we will again have their rosters and see who's playing. That will also allow them to tell us what time playing and just lost my train. I think that was it. Yep. So they'll let us know probably around January. We'll have more of a schedule, but we'll be practicing January 2nd. So they'll be in the gym for a few weeks before the first game.
Okay.
Do we have any more questions? What days of the week?
Hello. Moving forward, how are you all going to communicate like with the parents? Because I know my son is not like the best communicator, and today I got a phone call 5 minutes before the meeting was due, and I check Class Dojo like every second or every day.
Okay. I think I saw Miss Cook.
Yeah,
I think Dr. Foster might have posted it last week as well. But same with Dojo, sometimes it does get flooded. You have a lot of events and things going on at the school. Um, I Whenever we have something like any more information, that's what took the students. Will probably be email. Prefer a text or a phone call. You and I can discuss. I can directly.
Oh, West Lichters.
Okay, thank you for texting that.
Uh-huh.
so the days of the week.
Let us go. Oh, the man left already.
uh,
Now we got full board.
Quick, Dylan.
Oh, I was gonna say the days of the week of practice will be Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays. You
Tuesday,
don't want
Wednesday,
it to
Thursday.
be the start of the week because the weekend everybody feeling lazy. They don't like Mondays, and then of course, who wants to end practice on a Friday? I'm trying to go home, enjoy my weekend, stuff like that. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
And that's subject to change once we get our game day schedule, because of course we're not going to practice the same day we have a game. But prior to that, those are our 3 days, and then once we have our game days and times, we'll communicate that with you all, and then the practice days that will shift. I see SJ has a question.
Somebody got their hand up.
Yes. Good evening. I'm sorry, I'm coming a little late, so this may have been asked. My daughter also plays lacrosse outside of school. If she's not able to attend every practice, is that held against her?
I think we can talk about that one on one, either you and I or Coach Taylor and yourself.
Okay.
We'll try to get the logistics around that and see how we can, um, move forward. But again, we dropped our emails in the chat, and if you can't see the chat, and some people can't let us know, so we can repeat our emails, and we will, work some things out.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
And if you don't have a question, you don't have to stick around. Thank you for coming. Don't want to hold up too much of your evening. You can exit whenever you feel free. But if you do have a question, we're here to answer them.
Anyone else?
I know I received the email from Dr. Foster, but I know she said that it would be recorded, and I don't want to hold anybody up or re-ask things for people who were able to get here on time. Do you know when that recording will be coming out?
I'm not too tech savvy. I did start the recording, so tomorrow. I see you.
Yeah, I'll say probably by like tomorrow. I'll be able to get out by tomorrow.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Foster.
No problem.
And yes, we'll do our best with communication, updating class dojo with basketball updates. Our emails are in the chat. If you don't have access to it, let us know so we can get that. We can write your name and get that to you as soon as possible. Um, any more questions or concerns? I know somebody said, how would that look in a school day? This typically will a game day will look in a school day. We'll just all be together, and then we have transportation for the athletes and the coaches. So we'll all be in the school together, and then we just go to the game together. They'll come down to the cafeteria, get ourselves together, get a little break, talk about the game plan for the day, and then get on the bus and get ready to go play.
And I didn't say this earlier, but I will say it now. We understand things come up, but if your student is not present in school on game day, your student is not allowed to play in that game. That's just how that works. But they have an early dismissal. Again,
No,
on the time. I don't think the district is trying to pull kids out of school that early. I know we dismiss early, so it's likely for us we won't have early dismissal because they're going more towards 3 o'clock. Because they just said they did an early like 2 o'clock, 2:15 in the past, so they're pushing more towards 3. Again, once we get those rosters in and the district comes to us with the teams and the locations and playing times, then we'll let you know. But as of right now, and this is again, we got to be forgiving because they don't have their numbers in yet either. We're gonna say it's closer to 3, but that is subject to change. So we'll keep you updated as soon as we hear it. You all will hear. I'm gonna see another question. I think.
I saw a question in the chat regarding dues. I know the school doesn't need any
yeah, I'm
dues.
gonna
Like
let
city
Dr.
schools
Foster
is
take
paying
that.
for all of the
Yeah,
transportation, uniforms, and things. So I don't anticipate any dues. And when thinking Baltimore City Schools for that, I want to be real clear. City schools is supported with when it comes to that because they really want to do a better job of expanding middle school athletics, and that's why, like for me, um, that's why put out interest to see if there was even interest in that at our school in order to move forward. So now I know Miss Reynolds and Coach Taylor, I missed this part, but if people had their kids sign up, is it the contract? They need to have to get the contract submitted to be on the roster. Okay.
yes. The contract needs to be submitted to be on a roster. We know not all parents got this email that wanted to I say email, sorry, not all parents got this phone call, so we'll do our best to try to. I do have, like I said, the kids are ready to go, so I do have a list of students that do want to play. I'll get the parent contact information and email sent out. um Gonna do my best by tomorrow, if not the very next day, so that the kids can get started with their contracts and signing them, because and the physicals are part of the most important things that we need, because we don't have a roster, we don't got a team, really.
Right. And then I
Basically.
was saying regarding the health part of it, they need physical within the school year, right? Is that what a calendar year? How does that go? Or what's the requirement for physicals?
Now I know for sure they need physicals. I want to say if it was done in this year, you're fine. But it starts 2024.
Okay,
We'll
okay.
get back to you on that. That's a question
Yeah,
we gotta ask.
yeah.
Yeah,
Please
that's a
find out.
good
I mean,
one.
because
I was gonna
we can pull
say,
those records so families don't feel the need. Like we have all that stuff for registration for most kids.
okay.
But if we need updated ones, you would have to let the families know.
Yeah, so to parents, don't stress the physical part. We will reach out to you individually if your student needs it, because I'm pretty sure most students' physical will last them through the season. So again, just write that off until we reach out to you like, hey, need that physical. So if you don't get that message from us, then that means you're good to go. Okay.
I want to thank Ms. Reynolds and Coach Taylor because they really took the lead on this and we are running with it. We are having a handed elementary middle school team because of them. So I want to make sure. And also, before we go, Ms. Reynolds, did you talk about elementary versus middle school? Did that come up in conversation? Because I know we have some elementary families and some middle school
Mhm.
families.
Very briefly.
Yeah, I said I will push that information out separately with the game plan for elementary middle. So I have their contact information as well as the interested students. So because it's a different portion, I would just give them that individual, and then whether they want a Google Teams meeting or like a mass email with those needed people, then I'll push that out.
Gotcha.
And so
Gotcha.
that will be out by tomorrow, my elementary family. So just again, it should come from CB Reynolds at the district email. And then yeah, the stuff pertaining to you guys will be in the email.
Well, thank you all so much. Everybody have a great evening.
All right. See you guys. Thank y'all. You good, Coach?
Thank you very much.
Thank
Can't wait to compete. Very exciting.
Hi.